I have my handy dandy recipe notebook, so you already know what time it is. Welcome to my channel. This is Minnie Moving Mountains. My name is Minnie, and this series is Minnie's Meals. Disclaimer, I am not a professional chef, nor am I a nutritionist. I'm just a girl in her muumuu who cooks every night for her husband, so I can teach you how to cook, change up your meals for the week, or just give you something positive to watch. There will be no fancy lighting, no fancy editing. I do this in one cut, and no fancy makeup. It's just me showing you the things that I'm passionate about, which is cooking and baking, my fitness journey, and crafting. I should have done that the opposite way, but it doesn't matter. I'm not editing this out. So today is January 31st, 2026, Saturday, meal number 22. Today we're having garlic herb butter steak, potato wedges, and honey glazed peas and carrots. For my short form content, you can find it on my TikTok and Lemonade at Minnie Moving Mountains. For long form content, including my meals and my workouts, you can find it on my YouTube channel, which is Minnie Salvant. For written instructions to my recipes, you can find it on my website, www.minniemeals.com. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around the camera because I assure you, there's nothing fancy going on here. I just want to focus on what you came here for, which is showing you how to cook. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera. Let's move mountains together and let's get cooking. For your ingredients, you're going to need ranch steak, English peas, carrots sliced, potatoes wedged. This is 2 tablespoons of fry seasoning, 1 tablespoon of dried thyme, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 tablespoon of honey. To our stove, you're going to preheat the oven to 425 degrees, and then you're going to need a large burner turned on medium heat. I also forgot to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Let's prepare our potatoes. We're going to add our potatoes to a large bowl. A drizzle of a neutral oil. This is olive. Fry seasoning. 1/4 teaspoon of both salt and pepper. Mix well. To a lined baking sheet, you're going to add your potatoes to 1/2 of the sheet pan. It's important to make sure they're on a single layer. If you have a family bigger than mine, you would use the entire sheet pan and just use a second sheet pan for the carrots. To the same bowl that the potatoes were in, we're going to add our carrots. Season your carrots with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and paprika. Mix well. Place carrots on second half of sheet pan. You also want to make sure that the carrots are in an even one single layer. Place in the oven at 425 degrees. Make sure it's on the top rack. My orange timer is for my oven. We're going to cook it for 25 minutes. For steaks, you're going to season both sides with 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Flip. Season second side with 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Set aside until ready to cook. For compound butter, you're going to put 4 tablespoons of butter in a microwave-safe dish. Place in microwave. Cook on 30-second increments until melted. Add your Worcestershire sauce, thyme, minced garlic. Mix well. To a medium pan on medium heat, you're going to add a neutral oil. This is olive. Add steaks. Compound butter on both steaks. White timer is for my stovetop. You're going to cook for 5 minutes. To a small pot on medium heat, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and melt. Once steak has cooked, you're going to flip. Cook for another 5 minutes. Now that butter has cooked, you're going to add your English peas, honey, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Mix well and keep this on a medium-low heat until the end of the cook. Transfer steaks to a wooden cutting board. It is important that it is a wooden cutting board. That way it doesn't hold bacteria and that way it doesn't bleed out. Once carrots have cooked, you're going to add them into the pot with your peas. Dinner is served, time to plate. And that's it. Now you have a home-cooked meal. I'm going to turn around the camera so we can chat. Thank you so much for cooking with me. It's such an honor and privilege to be able to cook with you guys. For my short form content, you can find it on my TikTok and my Lemonade at Minnie Moving Mountains. For long form content, including my recipes and my workouts, you can find them on my YouTube channel, which is Minnie Salvant. And for all written instructions to my recipes, you can find them on my website, which is www.minniemeals.com. Let's move mountains together, and what should I cook next? I'll see you guys next time. Bye!